All right, we are here for the gold medal match for men's compound in Turkey, the first World Cup of the 2023 season. We're going to be watching Jozef Bosansky shoot against Sawyer Sullivan. This is going to be an exciting match. These guys have been absolutely crushing since the ranking round. We have Sawyer, number 2 seed, Jozef in the number 12 seed, both solidly in the 700s. So I think this is going to be a battle.
I would be hard-pressed to believe that a 714 only gets you top 6. Like that's a level that we haven't seen before. And not to mention, you're looking at 5 different countries at 715 or above. Denmark, USA, El Salvador, Turkey, and Mexico or Italy, all in the top 5, with a lot of people close behind that. I mean, the level here, like 714 was the world record 10 years ago. And now you have 8 archers in one tournament matching or beating that. It just really blows my mind, that the level here. And the matches, anything can happen. We are seeing people typically drop a few more points than they are in the ranking rounds. Obviously, more stretched out over time, location, and the gamesmanship of shooting against one person at a time. But this just blows my mind. Like these guys are really on fire, and any match you could see a pair of 150s tie and go to a shoot-off. So I'm really stoked for this. They got through some very good shooters to get to this point. So very exciting to see these guys shoot it out here.
Now, matches up to this point, we have Jozef has dropped a 148, 147, won a shoot-off at a 144, and is coming off a gold medal win in the first European Grand Prix competition. And Sawyer also crushing this competition so far. Has a 147 and a couple 148s down there. Also won a shoot-off. So if this does go down to a tie, you have 2 shoot-off winners ready to go at it. So let's jump into this match.
We do have to shout out Jozef shooting the Beast Stabilizer from RamRods. He's been working that, I think, last year with the prototype and this year with the revamped launch Beast. So obviously rooting for him a little bit biased, but exciting for both these guys to have a chance at a gold medal here. I like the socks and the shoes of Sawyer. All right. So yeah, we got a little bit of wind we can see in those
slightly
those flags
slightly
way in the
pushing
back.
left, looks like.
But this looks like it's built maybe just a different location. It was so windy on the beach whenever they shot the finals there. So I'm glad this is a little bit less intense on the shooters.
So I'd have to favor him.
All right, Sawyer, a higher seed, gets to start off.
Start of the gold medal match here in the compound.
Little left.
Individual
Good.
competition, and Sawyer Sullivan, the 19-year-old from the USA, begins hitting the middle of the target.
Yeah, Sawyer 19, crushing. Shot Jozef right side. Right, Sawyer left side, Jozef right side. Little bit of breeze you can see on the hair. Little bit long hold. Ooh, dead center. Nice shot, nice shot. Good shot.
Off to a blazing start.
All right, they're both starting off with a pair of 10s, both of them with an X. They're showing they're here to play. Neither one of us is going to give this up to the other person. We're gonna put up a show here.
Looking at the spirit level, it's super bright, so that might have
Leaked a little low.
Ooh, little tiny opening to start off the match.
Over the spirit level. I think Jozef has a bit of a sunshade on his
Okay,
so
30 to 29. Yeah.
by it, but
2 X's to finish there.
It's early though. We're going to see a lot of pressure building up as they get closer to the end of the match here. Depends who's going to be able to just stay a little more on top of their process, keep their mental game under control.
I mean, Sawyer is also.
Yeah, it really. I mean, a lot of times you can be suckered into the idea of trying so hard every arrow to do everything right and do it all perfect. But in reality, it still is a game of longevity and averages over the long term. So if you can keep that flow of your shot, it just gives you, I think, a little bit of edge every arrow, even if you maybe have 1 or 2 leak out. just more comfortable. So they both shot a little left on that
So
one.
they're in different stages.
Jozef
of
a
their
little more
archery
level.
career, but also in different stages of their life, obviously.
Sawyer was a little low.
Jozef is 2.5 times as old as Sawyer is. But it's interesting. Sawyer
All right,
is
a little
just coming
closer.
up.
Good shooting.
He went through
Feel a little
the
more
whole,
confident.
junior stage, and then is
So
now
he's trying to
coming into
breathe
the,
it out, control
senior
those
scene.
nerves a little bit.
Jozef has started on the senior scene, has been around, has been
good
shooting
shot.
quite well for the last couple of years, but never really broke through. And now he finally has a chance.
I'm
to
really
prove
nervous right
Did
now.
you
that
see
he's also-
Joseph gave his
that
coach
he's
a little
also
smile there? He's feeling good.
a
Yeah.
contender.
Okay, that's
Oh,
a
good
nice
shot.
end.
Good shot.
So that 30.
Just got to keep focusing on the same thing you're doing all the time.
Bosansky, though, still perfect.
Good shot.
That looked just a little different than his previous shot. Maybe a little push or jump, but he sunk it right in there. So he's feeling good.
Yeah.
59-60 going into end number 3. Both of them still very much in this.
By 1 point.
Just a little bit different mentality on the compound to the recurve too, of the idea of the level being so high that a lot of times you're focused a little bit more on not missing, at least from the score result perspective. But I do think at elite level, a lot of that
Nice shot
kind of
from
comes
Sawyer.
back to the same goal of you just got to be focusing on your process. You got to be visualizing a perfect shot every time and giving yourself that chance.
These guys are both absolutely on right now.
It's also interesting to hear the difference in coaching.
Yeah, that second end was really good by both of them.
Jozef
Good,
is
keeping it in there.
seemingly being coached
It's a
silently,
little low.
not
bad.
Whereas Chris is coaching Sawyer through his shot. He's
Ah.
just
Ooh,
continuing
first
to
opening
talk
from
about
Joseph
through the
now.
shot.
That's going to bring him to tied score.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on that. It didn't look too different as far as compared to the position, but little long hold
It's quite long.
and leaked it a little too.
Both of them a little bit out on the right on there. I don't know if that was wind or...
I wish they would have put some wind graphics up here because
Back on the shooting line.
hard to see.
Puts it
All right,
back
so a
into
little
the
low left,
target,
but
so
good recovery. So kind of interesting last two arrows for them.
despite dropping a point,
Mhm.
Obviously, when they're
anymore
plugging
for
X's,
Bosansky,
it
but
feels
still
impossible for them to
holds a
miss,
1 point
but
lead.
archery's not
Number
easy.
4 first. It's the American Sawyer Sullivan.
Got Coach Chris back there. Nice. Good pacing. Good timing. Looked pretty solid. Ooh, looked like it surprised him a little bit. Catches the line.
Like
He looks pretty
metaphorically,
comfortable,
it
just
almost seems
different
like,
things happening
Sawyer was
sometimes.
taking little
Obviously wants to get
sprints,
back in that groove at the second end, or just
like
a couple
shooting
drilled
arrow, putting
X's.
all of it into his,
Little
his-
high on
his
that
arrow,
one.
and then
Good
taking a
arrow
bit of
shadow,
rest,
but
taking a bit of time, and then going
creeping a
all in
little
again.
up.
Whereas Jozef, he seems to be jogging throughout the whole match. He's just shooting and
Not
and
bad,
he's
not
at
bad.
like a level of nervousness that doesn't really change that much. It's interesting to see the different dynamics going on here.
Good shot.
Will it be
It's a good 30.
Yeah.
slow and steady wins the race? Or is Sullivan's approach of these mini sprints going to work
Good
out?
shot.
And a 30.
Both shooting perfect scores.
I like Joseph's demeanor. It looks like he's keeping it relaxed.
Yeah, Joseph looks pretty chill. I mean, they're both managing the pressure super well.
To a certain degree.
Do you see Sawyer taking some deep breaths in between each end, keeping himself calm, staying focused? Joseph maybe seeming a little more unbothered, or at least hiding it a little bit better, putting on a very good poker face here.
Yeah, part of that's experience. Joseph's obviously a lot older than Sawyer. Probably had a lot more matches and years of being around, World Archery type medal matches. But a lot of it too is visualization ahead of time to put yourself in that situation. All right, low left, good shot though.
Look very strong, staying aggressive.
Good shot.
I can tell you this much.
By his eyes,
in the middle.
sometimes it looks like it's surprising. I can't tell if he's just looking at where it's going or it surprises him a little bit, but his follow through is solid. Not a lot of movement. Good shot.
Dead center. Excellent shot from Sawyer there.
Good shot. I didn't realize
So-
they were
so-
last arrow.
Going down to the last arrow here, Sawyer
1-10
needs to
away.
shoot a 10
It's
and hope
his
Joseph
title.
gives him a chance. But currently Joseph with a 1-point
shot.
lead.
Goes
That is how you
perfect
want to
again
finish. Got to be happy
with
and
a
proud of those last 2 arrows
148,
landing right in the
dropping
X.
just 2 points. But it
Yeah,
does
you always
leave
want to be in
Bosansky
10 to win
control
for
of the driver's
Joseph.
seat.
for the win.
And
Oh
he
my
stacks
gosh.
it in there.
Look at that
Wow.
Good shooting.
And
Oh
that-
my gosh.
and that is his
Josef
best
Bosansky,
match
you can
of the
see
competition.
how happy he is
Oh my gosh.
finishing there
One wide
with a
9.5 leak, but such a good
And his
group
A
inside.
lot of
ever.
arrows in the low X
Oh
ring.
my
World Cup
gosh.
Stage medal is
Well, congrats to
golden.
Joseph and great shooting from both of them. They were absolutely crushing it. I mean, 148s was winning the matches getting
Oh
up to
my
this
gosh.
point.
See
So,
how much it means to
I'm
Josef
oh.
Bosansky from Slovakia.
and that's Joseph's first
Claimed his
World Cup
first
win.
ever World Cup medal, and it's a
Yeah,
stage win
he's
for
been
the
working
Hyundai
so hard.
Archery
We've seen him
World
shoot
Cup.
really well the last couple years. Obviously, getting a great result early in the season at the Grand Prix. We saw him at Vegas, didn't get the result he wanted. I think he might have dropped one the last day, but probably a good warm up. And seeing his teammate or travel mate Tim Jevsnik take it all the way to the third place in the shoot down, I think has got to be motivating for him too. But it's always inspiring for me as someone who has been around archery a long time and is now in their 30s to see somebody really improving in their career at his age. Just the hard work, the maturity, the planning, the training, the travel, how he makes it work with his regular job and career. It's very inspiring, I think, for me as an archer who's watched a lot of this stuff to see people put that kind of progress together. So how would you kind of characterize his path or?
Well, the dude's got a family. He's got, I believe, his job's full time. He's working at in the auto industry, and he's still managing to train and shoot well on top of that. So I think he's got a good balance of putting all these together. He's going into the international outdoor season with 2 wins under his belt, so that is excellent momentum, and I'm very excited to see him keep crushing it this year.
Coming from the 12th seed to win, obviously the compression of the talent at that compound level is really tight. But again, you've basically outlasted a dozen archers who are shooting 7, 10 or better. Like, and you saw that match. That was 3 arrows out between 30 arrows for both of them. Just really high quality stuff, and yeah, just really impressive. Really, really happy for him, and I'm trying to relax now. That was intense, exciting though. So that was Jozef Bosansky versus Sawyer Sullivan for the men's gold medal individual final for compound at the Antalya World Cup Stage 1 in 2023. It looked like a great finals field. Not putting a lot of pressure with a ton of wind on the archers, so got to see them really do their thing and do their best, and a real nail biter and just really impressive shooting by both Sawyer and Jozef. Can't wait to see what our next matches hold.